Good morning. It is 6:48 Eastern Standard Time. That's 06:48 hours for U.S. military personnel. Bitch. So the Navy, okay, there. How many branches are in the U.S. military? I'm gonna give you a couple seconds to think about how many branches are in the U.S. military. There's a total of 4 branches in the U.S. military. You have the Army, the Air Force, the Marines, and the Navy. Those are 4 branches of the U.S. military. Nope, sorry. Those are the standard. Space Force is kind of new, but the Coast Guard is a branch in the military. It's just not as respected as the other 4, so to speak. Or it wasn't, because that was the center of drug trade. If you ask me, motherfucker, I think all the Coast Guard family members have been murdered on, replaced out, because that's somebody protecting the. They talking about the borders, but they're not talking about the danger they put the Coast Guards and their families in intentionally on a day-to-day basis. Imagine being on the Coast Guard and you got to pull coke off the boats. And your vice president up there snorting all the coke and snorting coke, bitch. Her alliance is always the opposite and always the opposition. And that's why I went to the United Nations, because Kamala Harris and Joe Biden needs to be brought up on war crimes against the U.S. Citizens of this country. She needs to be held responsible for her war tactics that she has imposed on the civilian. We're in a democracy. She doesn't know what a democracy is. Kamala Harris doesn't know what a democracy is. A dictatorship is what she thinks a democracy is. I heard Baby Bop's motherfucking ass talking about how people that vote third party, right wing or third party, they don't vote Democrat or Republican. She's stating that they don't understand policy. I think those people understand policy well enough to know that neither candidate is qualified enough to run the country. What makes Donald Trump more qualified, sis, is what the fuck Donald Trump can do for your own people versus what the fuck Kamala will do for the minority community. That's where these people over on the Republican side is talking about. This bitch cannot employ people that have been working for decades, bitch. Working since they were high school students. She cannot employ motherfuckers, bitch. She talking about Bidenomics. She wants it to make it seem like she is so smart economically, and she's not. This is how you know she's not economically smart. She sounds like those people that used to frustrate me, bitch. And she knows that she only made $30,000 a year herself. At some point, she made $30,000 to $40,000 a year herself. Okay, she never always made $1 million a year. Okay, Kamala is. She'll tell you a lie in a minute. She's never always made $1 million a year. She know that her $1 million a year budget is different from her $35,000 to $40,000 a year career salary budget. How the fuck she gonna help me budget at $35,000 to $40,000 a year if she no longer understands that? And only thing she's able to budget is, $1 million a year. That's why every time they do your budget with you, girl, you don't never have no money, and you're always gonna be in the negative. Your budget is not supposed to have you in the negative. Why you doing budgets for people and you got them at a negative at the end of each month or at the end of each pay period? Bitch, don't come over here talking about I need to do a budget with you before I can have anything, my business, my kids, my anything, bitch. Don't be sitting over here doing that. The minority community is sick like that. You don't feel your $35,000 or $40,000 a year if your husband makes about $60,000 a year. That's $90,000. That's almost $100,000 a year coming within your household. I don't give a fuck. I never let that shit blind me, bitch. Seeing a bitch work at the gas station or seeing a bitch work at, you know what I'm saying, at McDonald's, that shit never fazed me about a salary, because somebody else bringing in a salary in the house too. If if they got a spouse or something like that, that 25 plus 25, that's $50,000 a year. I told you motherfuckers to stop competing with motherfuckers that got more than one income coming in your household. And a military family does have more than one income coming in the household. I don't trust them. And I'm mad that they got that, because they got that GI Bill, right? They got these benefits through the Veterans, Veteran Affairs, which is the VA hospital. You know what I'm saying? They got all these benefits from off your tax money. Then they turn around and tell the motherfuckers they can file complaints on you through the U.S. military as a civilian, take your children from you, brutally attack you, and make sure you don't have any income and all that shit. No, baby bop. No, ma'am. No, baby bop. That's not how a democracy works, baby bop. See, the Navy is full of pussy ass hoes, bitch. You know what I'm saying? My connection has always been with the Air Force, bitch. Even though, I am the Grant Taylor. So I don't understand how you being in the Navy or anything like that, any branch in this military, gives you the rank to outrank me as the Grant Taylor. I said Kamala needs to be brought up on war crimes. I said the Navy needs to be investigated for child torture and abduction, since they all so motherfucking shell-shocked. And all of them pussy-ass hoes ain't been in no goddamn war scenarios where no children were. The Navy is full of pussies. But it's the Coast Guard that gets it the worst, because they're blocking those $1 million drug trays coming in. And her cokehead ass sitting up there after she had, when she had done. That's how that bright idea came, that you wash the collard greens in the tub, because her ass was high. Niggas be high, bitch. And motherfuckers be so hard on marijuana smokers, that they tooting up their motherfucking nose instead. They hard on marijuana smokers, something that don't even really, have no negative effect on general population like that. Man, bitch, I'd have pulled out of the Coast Guard job so motherfucking bad, bitch. So motherfucking quick. That bitch up there tooting that motherfucking powder, that motherfucking, hell no. Everything her and Clyburn do is about the drug trade, bitch. James Clyburn is one of the most terrible representatives. He ain't never did shit for the minority community in South Carolina, and got some kind of award for this shit that she got out the door fighting the Grant Taylors. And that other motherfucker, that bitch, what's that heifer name? They face each other. The female governor of South Carolina, I think she was Nikki Haley, bitch ass. Nikki Haley is a racist Native American. Nikki Haley is racist than a motherfucker, and don't like African American women. Clyburn is worse than a coon, bitch. She came and gave him hundreds of millions of dollars, and he didn't do there's still no housing, subsidized, unsubsidized. There's no Section 8. There's no, there hasn't been any change to health care. There hasn't been any change to any kind of jobs improvement. You go down to the unemployment office and you go looking for a job. Yeah, they got 5,000 jobs available, but you got to qualify for them. And the ones you qualify for, they only got one motherfucking job opening per business. To me, that's a scam. Then you all down there making sure that people don't get the proper assistance that they need if they have to go on the system to find a job. When you have these state and government laws saying that they have to work or a certain amount of hours, or they have to do a certain thing within with each month in order to keep whatever benefits they got. You got the police down there involved in shit like that. Clyburn, go to hell, bitch. James Clyburn has never been a part of civil rights or anything. James Clyburn has never benefited this state of South Carolina or any minority group in any particular way where he should have got some kind of Medal of Honor, bitch. Clyburn. Out of all motherfuckers, Clyburn. But because he'll do the wrong thing with what the fuck she gave him, bitch. Everywhere she went is some kind of drug connection traffic issue there. Link there. She done went over here and made allies of people that we were never allies with. We were no allies with no damn Cuba. We were never allies with places like that. She done ruin relationships just so she can have access to cocaine at her will like that. That bitch is not still, she is, please believe me, she is still not the Scarface type because she bothered people churn. She just work in the arena where she has access. She worked in the arena where she has access, like we talked about it before. Like coaches and teachers and people like that be around children. She a prosecutor. She behind the law. She's one of the worst bitches to be to have to be an enemy to. And I can't stand a minority bitch that actually becomes that enemy to her community like that. That's a weak, whack ass hoe, bitch. And like I said, we're looking into the U.S. Navy about these child abductions and murders as well, because you're going too hard for a motherfucker that was not there at the conception of these children. U.S. Navy. You have been going above and beyond the call of duty to bring down the civilians that pay your motherfucking salary and pay for Kimmy fat ass to cook in front of you and eat in front of you every motherfucking day. Kimmy is a Navy veteran or whatever, bitch, but the bitch is not, she don't outwoman nobody else around this motherfucker. I guarantee you that. She can't outwoman a lot of motherfuckers around this motherfucker, bitch. And a lot of them ain't been to war to be acting like they shell shocked, or that these principles were taught to them to harm people's children and shit. Kimmy couldn't help internet to keep her kids, from DSS custody or nothing like that. But Kimmy can help you lose some kids. That's a problem for me, U.S. Navy. Now we need people in the child civil rights movement that can help you keep and raise your kids. We don't need nobody bragging about the children that they had taken away from their families, bitch. Lay up with anything, especially a nasty red bitch. But yeah, the U.S. Navy needs to be thoroughly investigated. Motherfuckers on the boat all day. The children, ain't no children on no boat all day. For months when they doing their thing, they on sea. So I'm trying to figure out what you talking about. Some churn. I don't know, bitch. But I know that the Grant Taylors is not somebody that for you to ever disrespect. Ever disrespect any branch of the U.S. military. I know like hell Kamala needs to be brought up on charges of war crimes against civilians in this community. Civilians is not a ranking number. U.S. military, understand that civilian is not a rank, bitch. That's not a rank, bitch. That means that you don't outrank no civilian, bitch. Not laid up on my motherfucking money, bitch. Then you gonna come in here with the heartbreak and steal the kids and do all my... You think that you have the right to do dirty shit through the U.S. military positions that you have? To do dirty shit to civilian women and children? I don't like you piss yellow ass, dirty bastard ass cracker motherfuckers, bitch. And like I said, I don't give a fuck who the bitch is. She can't outwoman me, bitch. That ain't no... You tell me when it became trained military practice for you to attack civilians and their children and separate families. We'll get more into that. I gotta look up some more into that, because these motherfuckers like Detroit, them Henderson Company, all these people out here think that their military status gave them the right and the permission to attack me and other families.